Hello guys, this is my second video on Oracle basic tutorial. In this we are going to discuss about constraints. We have total 5 types of constraints: not null, unique, primary key, foreign key and check. Not null, first constraints are some rules that is enforced on a table label. It gives creates some kind of rule or decision for some columns. For example, not null. If we have enforced some rule on some column that data, there should be some data into that column, we will use not null. Whenever we are using this, we must give some data to that column, else it won't let you insert or update any data in that row. Second is unique. It means it should not have any data repeated. Third rule is primary key. It means there should be no duplicate data, not repeating data, plus there should be some value. Third is foreign key. It means if we have any foreign key and it is related to some primary key, it can contain only those data which is already present in primary key. Yes, it can be repeating. It means if in primary key we have 3 values, 1, 2 or 3, in foreign key we can have 1 as many times as we want, 2 as many times as we want, 3 we can insert as many rows as we want, but we cannot insert any row with 4 value on this column because 4 is not present into the primary key of another table. Then we have check option. It will check some kind of condition. For example, if you guys want to vote, it will ask, and I have given some check that age should be greater than 18. It will check, and if your age is less than 18, it won't let you vote. That was a really lame example, but my objective is to make you guys understand about all these constraints, and I think we are doing that. So how we are defining any constraint. Here we have an example of a table. Create table student. Column name is as number, and data type is number. Length is 2, and then start with constraint. Then any name of that constraint, the type of the constraint. So it is a primary key. It means in serial number we cannot have any null value or we cannot repeat any value twice. Second is as name, varchar 215, not null. It means there should be some value. Third is date of birth, date, unique. It means date of birth should be unique. We can have null value once, but we cannot have a date of birth, same date of birth in 2 different rows. Actually, this is just an example. We know in real life many people have same date of birth. Age, here all the students should have age less than 25 because we have check constraint. Then last one is T number, and after that, after comma, we are using constraint name, foreign key, T number. So on T number, let's suppose their telephone number. Suppose this is teacher number. All the students should have some teacher on their head. Means all the students need some teacher. So this teacher is a foreign key for references. Teach, that should be some table name, and the T number of that column name. Here T number and T number, it's not mandatory that you have the same column name. It can be some different column name. On delete cascade, we have on delete cascade. It means it deletes the dependent row in the child table. Child table here is student when a row in parent table is deleted. For example, I am creating a table. These two ways of commenting any data. First way is to use double comments. It will comment one line. Second is to use /* to comment multiple rows, and in this comment by star forward /. We do have a table teachers, right? First we need a instead of teacher number, teacher ID, number, constraint name I'm giving DIT cons primary key. In SQL developer, if you want to run any query, we can use control. We can press control and then enter. It will run that particular command. And if you want to run more than one command at once, we can use this. It means okay, it's not same with select statement or SQL statement, but in PL SQL block we can totally do that. Now here constraint stfk foreign key t number references table name in bracket column name. Here we have tid. If I run this, now I want to insert into student 1 values 1, ABC, sysdate, 23, 1. We won't be able to insert any data here, and the reason it will give will be the violation of constraint. It's because we don't have any value in our teachers column, TID column with 1. So now I will insert one row into this. Okay, with 1. Now if I want to insert this, I will get the value. Now if I want to insert this same value, it will again throw error saying that it is a unique key. So if I put 2, it will work again. One row inserted. You can see the comment below. Now I will check each one by one. If I'm running this again, it will again throw error because in first row we have primary key. It means we can have only one data at one time. So now I put 3 and then I run it, one row inserted. Now if I want to put null here, again I will get error. Attempt was made to insert null to a previously listed object. These objects cannot accept null values. And for null, let me explain what is null. Null means nothing. It's neither 0, it's neither empty space, it's just nothing. If we do some arithmetical expression on null, we will get null value. Except if we are using null in function like count star or something, it is just going to avoid that. Sorry. So again I will try. The error is unique constraint error. Now let me put 4. And if I run this again, date of birth is unique, right? So why we are able to insert data every time? Because we have used the sysdate. Sysdate is storing data till second, and each second data is changing. Now if I want to insert 5 here, first time I will be able to insert data. But if I'm putting with C6, I'll get unique constraint error, violation of unique constraint. Next one is age. If I'm using 26 or even 25, I'll get error. Now why I'm getting error? Because we have said check should be age should be less than 25, not equal to. What if I do like I had done like this? Then I would be able to insert data till 25. Now talk about on delete cascade. It's on delete cascade. So if I go ahead and delete from TACHER, this is the right name of the table. Yes, where it's TID equal to 1. Can I check how many data we are having here? None. It means if we are deleting any primary key from main table, it will delete all the dependent foreign keys. And second is on delete set nulls. If we don't want to lose our students details, it will just set it to null. Now why it will do that? Take one scenario. In same scenario, we have teachers and a student, and suddenly some teacher left their school or college for their for something. In that case, we want to remove their details from this table, and we might be keeping those details in some other table. Then are the students there or they left? No, they are still there. For this, if some other they are filled with some other teacher, let's suppose, but even in that case, that teacher will have different teacher ID, because no teacher can have same teacher ID. So if we are changing first option, we have that first we change foreign key, means students teacher ID, and then we remove that teacher, which is lengthy. Instead of that, we can just add on delete set null cascade on delete, and using this on delete set null, all those students, their details will be there, but their foreign key will be set as null, so which we later we can update easily. Now there is another way to use constraint. If table is already created and later we decide to put some constraint, we can use some alter command, alter table name, add constraint, constraint name, constraint type. So the main syntax you have to remember in this is constraint, then name of the constraint, and then what type it contains. That is the main syntax. Now we are moving to DML statements. We have insert, update, delete, and merge 4 DML statements. Here we can see DML, that is data manipulation language, insert, update, delete, and merge. Those guys who missed my previous video, in that we have discussed about DDL statements, that is create, alter, drop, rename, and truncate. So now DML statement, it helps us to insert data or manipulate data inside a table. So first statement is insert, which we have already used here. So there are few types of ways to insert data into a table. First one, as you can see, insert into table, values, and then values of all the columns. Second way, what if I want to insert, let's see, first column. Here I have used default. Let me tell you about default. Whenever we are using default expression, if any data is not present, it will put this value. For example, I have already created it down, right? TID, tname, and department. Insert into TACHER TID, comma, tname, values. In this, it is going to check values based on defined columns. If we are not using this part, in that case, this is going to take values based on the columns listed while the table was created. Now I'm going to give value 2 and tname as tname, home, insert, one row inserted. Just check into the last, this log is being inserted at the end of the query, sorry, at the end of that tab. So that one is inserted. As you can see here, we are using insert into department. 4 columns are given there. One more thing I can say, we can change columns here also, comma tid. Let us use only t name and then values. This will throw error because we cannot insert null values. So tid comma dpt. tid is 3 and dpt is dpt. Now if I insert there, one row again inserted. Let's check the data from this table. It's teacher. 2 3 t name, no department, that came by default, and second department. And let's see our insert statement once. In first we just mentioned these two, tid and t name, and only these two data was inserted, and as it is by default it gave no department. And second we used 2 columns. So if we are mentioning columns, make sure their data is in the same pattern. Now we have some Oracle reserved words such as sysdate, which we have already used. Sysdate is actually giving us the current time of the table. So it's actually 23 November 2017, and it is only showing dd monYY, which we can change from some certain parts, certain ways. Soon I'm going to create another video, and that video is going to have some small tips, and in that I will discuss how to change the format of your existing table, as well as we will have some discussion about row ID, some pipeline function, that is 12c features, and some more topics which I am gathering right now. Then we have user. User is actually providing us the schema name. Here the user should be twh dvfd. Then we have some more nest val, curval of a sequence, which we will cover in sequence. We have null. These all are Oracle reserved keyword. Null stores nothing, and these should not be quoted, because if we are quoting this from twhdv, it turned to user. Now inserting new data into today toChar, these things come under data type conversion, which we will discuss. We have today toChar. If we want to insert data from some other table, then we have insert into imply, and then just select a statement. For example, we have 2 tables, right, on student. Select a stick from student. We have roll number as name, DOB, age, T number, grades. We have S number, S name, DOB, age, T number. So I want to insert data into student 1. Insert into student 1. Again check, we have no values here. Now I'm running this. That is a violation of unique key. So here I will write where row num equal to 1. Now it will insert only one row. Okay, now we have some find key constraint where key number equal to 2 and row num equal to 1. One row inserted. One row. So here we can see it's a simple example of constraint which did not let me insert data because these data were opposing some rules. The rule 1 was using the problem with the primary key. We cannot have multiple serial number with S number with same name. The second rule was T number, that was a foreign key from some table, and that main table we have only 2 and 3, we don't have 1. Now come to update. From students. Here I want to change this value. Let's suppose while I was inserting some data into a table and by mistake I changed the data. Syntax is update table name, set column name equal to comma dob equal to state minus 365 into 20 semicolon. Run this. 5 is updated. Thank God we have rollback option. Before this, let's see, we have all the data with same name. Just using the rollback. So if we are not giving any condition, it is updating entire table. But if we give any condition, for that let us roll back and then see what data we are getting. Fine. Now if I am updating, only 4 and 5 row will be changed to Oracle. 2 rows updated. Let us see. So the last 2 name is changed to Oracle. It is talking about the same. The syntax is update table, set column equal to value, comma column 2 equal to some other value or same value. It doesn't matter, but just you have to know the syntax and what data you want to change to which column, and then some condition by which you can filter what kind of which columns you want to update. Now I have a question. What if let's go to, let's be here only. I want to change 2 columns. Let me enter table student add grades final number 8. Now I am updating. grades grades final equal to 32 comma dot 24. Name equal to, as we don't have any data left of the same name, it updated 0 rows, but now it is of the same name. If we check, we'll get 2 updated rows. If I change this filter not equal to Oracle and the grades final to 45 42, then if I'm updating, the 3 rows will be updated. All rows are updated. Now come to my question. What if by mistake somebody changed the value? They wanted to insert data into grades, but they inserted data into grades final, and whatever data was needed to be updated in grades final is updated to the grades. How we can update that? Okay, whatever, we will go and then we'll update this. Update the students. Set grades final equal to grades comma grades equal to grades final. I'm going to pin this tab for your reference and I'm going to run this. See again, these two are nulls and these two are 42 42 in grades final, and the moment I will refresh, you will see that data is interchanged. Any idea how it does? Yeah, so I have given it plenty of time to think, and the answer is cursor. We have two types of cursors, implicit cursor and explicit cursor. So those who don't know about this, please watch my video on cursors, which will come in few days. So that's how we are updating table. Here we are updating more than one table based on some select statement. Update table, set column name equal to under bracket, select job ID from employee where employee ID is 205. Always remember, whenever we are using this internal select statement can give only one value. If more than one value is coming, for example, I want to update this value, and for this I am getting these two values, and let's suppose both are same, but even then Oracle cannot differentiate easily that these two values are same or different. It will just tell you that too many values for one row, and it can take only one value and it will throw error. If you know that these two are going to same, you can use distinct to get distinct values. Example, select trunk dob from student. If I am running this, I am getting 5 rows, but if I use distinct, I will get only 1 row. So here always make sure only one value is coming. If more than one value will come, it will throw error. For salary again, comma, salary is equal to, again in subquery we are updating this based on some employees table where employee ID is equal to 200, and for employee ID is equal to 14. So what is our syntax? Update T1, set update table name, set column name equal to some value, comma, column 2 some values, comma, column 3 some values, and then filtering means how many columns we want to update. We want to update only those columns whose employee ID is 114. Now come to inside part. This is internal select statement which will give only one value, that will be the job ID of employee ID 205. So if we have 5 employees whose employee ID is 205, it is going to give you 5 job ID, and in this case it will fail because it can take only one. But if all these 5 employees have same job ID and we are using distinct, we will get only one value, or we have only one row with one employee with employee ID 105, again we will get only one value, and in that case it will be fine statement. It will run like anything. Now come to delete part. Delete means we want to delete some data from a table. The syntax is delete from table where some filter condition. For example, I want to delete these two values where grades finals are null. From UTNT where grades underscore final is equal to null. Here from this table we want to delete something, and we want to delete only those data where our grade finals is null. Run this. Yes, that is another thing. We cannot have anything equal to null because null means nothing. We have to type is null. Now if I will type 2 rows is deleted. Let us see, we have 5 rows, it will just change to 3 rows. We can use based on some select statement. So department number will be taken from here. Again we need only one value. If we will get more than one value, we won't be able to delete anything. And if we are using delete from employee without any where condition, it is going to remove all the data, just like truncate. Which leads me to one another question. What is difference between delete, drop and truncate? We already know drop what it does. It removes in everything along with the structure of the data. There will be no trace of our database of our table in our database. Second is truncate. It will remove every entry from that table, but it will keep that structure of the table. So if we want to insert anything again, we don't have to create that once more because it is already present. Now delete, it delete based on some filter condition which is not present for both truncate or truncate or drop. Delete, if I am using simply delete from employee, it will do the same as truncate. Only thing is that delete will be slower than truncate. So if we are using any delete without where condition, please use truncate. Now the merge statement. Merge is a combination of insert and delete. I hope this is our last topic. Yeah, so this is going to be our last topic because it's already around 4 o'clock morning. So the syntax is simple. Merge into T1, that is our destination table, using T2. Then I have given some alias to these two tables on some column name. So it will be based on this column name. When copy this table, destination tables employee have some value and it is already present into our source table, it is just going to update using when match then update set and if it is not matching, it will just insert the values. Make sure if we are using employee ID here, we are not using employee ID, because same data cannot be updated. Now we had used some select statement, right? Insert into, sorry, yes, we have three values here, right? In student 1 we have no values here. Okay, so we can go other way around. Set into student. Okay, let us create a table just like student. Select restrict from student. We have three values. Create table student C as where row num is less than 3. We'll have three values. Now check what are the data into student C. Okay, fine. Now we have opportunity to update student C. Set roll equal to 2, comma key number, each key number I will keep as it is, as name equal to PR ETL, where row num is equal to 1. I just changed my mind. Now here in a student we have role 2 Oracle. Now I will change where role is equal to 1 and here 3 TL1. Again one row is updated. Here we have 1, 2 and 3 Oracle ETL1, and if we check this table, let me drop this unnecessary tab. Let me drop this both tabs so you can have a better view from a student and from student C. Obviously student C we have only 2 rows, and here we have 3 rows. Data is different somewhere, and I want to use merge into this table. Syntax is merge into student C as C. I will give merge into T using student on, then under bracket What are the common columns here? Here we are giving this C and D is like giving the alias name, short name. If I don't use this, I can use student comma underscore C, and it will be very hard for me to write. Instead of that, I will just write D dot or S dot roll equal to D dot roll. Now if they are matching, when matched, then update. Here we don't need to write any table name because table is already present. So we will write update set copy we are taking it from S, so it should be from next time I will copy and paste because typing it is taking so much time. Now for the second line, when not matched, then insert values want as right. S dot roll comma it is fine if we leave it till here. In that case it is not going to insert anything. So how it operates, it will check for roll number in both. When these two are matching, it is going to update because it is saying to match. D1 means we are updating these tables columns. D means student C tables columns from this, and if it is not matching, we are inserting some values. So let's run this. Error, missing keyword. So we are missing some keyword here, which we can check it from there. Merge into lies using lie on when match them update set So there's some spelling mistake. Four rows are merged. So come back here. We have already saved our tables. Here we have 3, we have 2. So for 1, these both are going to be Oracle. It is already Oracle. 32. This 87 grades final is going to be still 87. 32 is going to be 32. So 1, it's actually updating, but we won't be able to see the data. But these 2 and 3 will also come. So 2 plus 2 more data will come. Here I will refresh and you will see no change. But if I will refresh here, I will get 4 more rows. In total 3 more, total 4 rows. Now let me show you delete from student underscore c where s name not equal to Oracle two rows deleted. Now I want to delete from where, sorry, update student underscore c set s name is equal to where name is equal to Oracle. Now let us see what are the data he present here. Here we have no change in data 3 to 1. Here we have 2 tables with different names. Now I'm running this once more. Again 4 rows is merged. We have already seen that these 2 data will come, and here we have this which is going to be changed to Oracle. So at the same time it is updating if data is present, data is matching, here roll number is matching, and if it is not matching it is inserting that data. So that was DML. So today we learned insert, update, delete and merge in this. Next time we will learn about TCL, most probably tomorrow, that is Friday. So Friday I will try to create 2 or 3 more tables, videos, and I will upload it on Monday or Tuesday. So that's all for now guys. Good night.